My next adventure is taking me somewhere even wilder. Africa. If you ever want to get away from it, then this is the place to come. Wedged between the Kalahari Desert and the South Atlantic, this is Namibia. It really doesn't get any more remote than this. 4 times the size of the UK, but home to only 2 million people, this is a vast country. But before I head off deep into the African bush, I'm meeting a local guide, Bambo, to find out what's on the menu and what real Namibians eat.
Welcome to Back of the Moon.
The back of the moon.
Back of the Moon.
Here we have the traditional porridge, the oshifima, made from the mango millet.
Oshifima?
Oshifima.
Yep.
And then we have the makunde, the beans. And then the wild spinach, the ekaka. And the mopani worms, the maungu.
So, looks like my first taste of Namibian food is going to be an unusual one. How are they cooked?
By boiling in water.
Yep.
And then onions and tomatoes.
They do look quite nice. They do look nice, actually.
Yeah.
I guess there really is only one thing for it. They're nice. I quite like that, actually. Tastes a bit like a barbecue cricket. These worms are considered a delicacy here in Namibia.
They live on a tree, the mopani tree. They feed on the leaves. We only eat them on special occasions as they are too hard to get or expensive.
In that case, I'd better tuck in. Despite having very little, the people in the townships are generous with their food and their friendships, as Bambo shows when he takes me to meet his tribe's chief, Omalina. How many people live in a house this size?
All the houses, average, the people, they live 9 people in one house. Omalina's got 5 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren.
How do I say thank you?
Kei kankans.
Kei kankans.
Yes, kei kankans.
Kei kankans.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Exactly.
With some
Kei
words,
kankans.
no click, yeah. Kei kankans.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
After that warm welcome, I can't wait to get back on the road for the rest of my journey across Namibia. And it's not too long before I get to find out quite how wild this place is. This is probably one of the most deadliest snakes in Namibia. It's a black spitting cobra. Now, I think he's dead. Luckily, local guide Carlos is on hand to remind me why I'm a chef and not a wildlife expert.
That is very much alive.
He just moved, didn't he?
Yeah,
If that bites me, how long have I got?
about 45 minutes
And you'll be dead.
and you'll be dead.
Really? That is one of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and he's having a sleep in the middle of a road. While driving in this country is safe, you do have to keep your wits about you. You look, nothing. Can you imagine breaking down? Breaking down here? I wonder how long the AA take to get to you. There are, however, worse places to break down, as I discovered when we stopped for a game drive on the edge of a nearby desert. Just up there, look at this. There's a lioness, slightly worried. The battery's flat. So, we may have to go out and push it back a little bit, to go forward a little bit. I'm not doing it. The boys just jump-started it backwards. Well, there's a £300 lioness in there. Unbelievable. Luckily, TV Chef was not on the lion's menu today, but he was thinking about it. So safely back on my way, and my journey across this magnificent country continues to amaze me. With the last thing I imagined, a bakery popping up in the middle of nowhere.
If I knew you were coming, I'd bake a cake, bake a cake, bake a cake.
Yes, all of them you can take yourself.
How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do?
And locals still honouring ancient traditions. These ladies are from the Herero tribe and take great pride in wearing their traditional dress that dates back to colonial times. Those amazing hats are meant to show the tribe were cattle farmers. You make your dress as well?
Yes, I do my dress by my
Beautiful.
So it takes about 3 days.
Oh, it's lovely material.
Yes.
And your hat?
Inside the hat is a newspaper. So the old days they used to put a stick inside. Nowadays we put a newspaper inside so that it can look like a cow horn.
So far, stunning landscapes, check. Delicious food, check. Wonderful people, check. And next on my checklist are the real stars of this African country.
This time for Africa.
This is Irindi, a game reserve which stretches for hundreds of miles, and where the gatecrashers at dinner are welcomed with open arms. Now this is why you come to Africa. Look at this, 12 elephants have just turned up, plus 3 or 4 zebras, 18 crocodiles, probably half a dozen hippopotamus. It's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen in my life. And these are all wild animals. Absolutely amazing. Believe it or not, it just gets even better in daylight. Mum and baby giraffe, look at that. That's fantastic. Black rhino. He's coming right towards us, look at this.
This time for Africa.
There he is, there. Big old line, about 10 foot away. Will they let you know if they're angry?
Definitely. You see, especially with the female, the tail will be waving, or she'll charge the vehicle or growl at us.
And right on cue, a gentle reminder who really is in charge here. We need to move, he's getting a little bit irritated. And the last thing you need is a 6-ton irritated elephant. They are huge, absolutely huge. What an incredible place, and what an amazing location to rustle up a feast. What a backdrop, eh? Hippos, crocodiles, spoonbills. I really don't think I've cooked in a more remote location, and it is fantastic. I'm going to make a carpaccio. Now in England, carpaccio is actually quite trendy at the moment. It's just raw anything cut very thinly, whether it's pineapple or beef or all sorts of bits and pieces. But here, I'm going to use oryx. Oryx are widely available and used here in Namibia. Back home in the UK, beef is the perfect alternative in this dish. The thing to do is to cut the meat across the grain so you get very, very thin fibres. That way, when you eat it, it's much nicer to eat. It's not chewy. If you cut with the fibres, it becomes a bit stringy. Cover the bottom of the plate with slices of meat. Sprinkle over the finely chopped onion, parsley, and pour over some vinegar, balanced with the same amount of olive oil. And finally top off with some grated cheese. You hear that? Hippopotamus. Right on cue. And there it is. Oryx carpaccio. Ah, look at the view. This trip has so far been a real adventure, and I can't wait to find out what lies ahead in the next part of my Namibian journey.